All right, guys, good evening. Hope you're all doing well. I'm just chilling this evening, listening to a couple of my dad's tunes, sung by the terrific Italian tenor Giuseppe Morone. Check him out. The songs are called God Guide Us and I Truly Love You, taken from, as of yet, his unreleased motion picture. Still crossing my fingers one day. But for tonight, we'll talk about a different movie, Top Gun 2, or Top Gun Maverick. This will be a short video podcast for this evening because I believe there is a thunderstorm on its way. Since 4 o'clock. It is currently 6:36 p.m. here in Ohio, so this will be a short one. I'm sure I will miss most of you. Sorry about that. I'll catch you on the next one. All right. Well, Top Gun Maverick. I went to see this yesterday in Pittsburgh. My friend and I had to travel about 60 miles to go see this film. During the pandemic, we had two theaters permanently shut down. One of them was a drive-through. The property got sold. I don't know what's there. I don't think it's a theater. And then the AMC movie theater here at the mall permanently shut down also. So for us to go watch a movie, it's a bit of a drive. I had my friend drive. My foot is almost 100% recovered from breaking it, so he drove, and it was the Cinemark theaters in Pittsburgh, for those of you who are familiar with Pittsburgh. The show was sold out. It was a nice crowd. We thoroughly enjoyed the film. The response to this, I think there's a 90% plus positive rating out there. This is one of those films where it's a feel-good film. It's a good time. It's a feel-good film. For myself, it's, since the pandemic started, for millions of us being stuck at home during lockdowns and other situations, it has not been fun, to say the least. So a movie like this was needed. This is an amazing story on the making of the film. The movie was announced back in 2010. Sometime later, sadly, the original director, Tony Scott, I guess committed suicide for whatever reason. I don't know the entire story, sadly. He directed the first Top Gun, other movies like Crimson Tide and the train movie Unstoppable, which was filmed not too far from here, I do believe, in Pennsylvania. So they had to find another director. I think his name is Kosinski. Filming resumed back in 2018. It was finished in 2019, and Top Gun 2 was scheduled to be released in 2019, I believe by Christmas, but then the pandemic started. Everything was put on hold. Paramount Studios wanted to put it on streaming services, but guess what? Tom Cruise says, no way. This type of film needs to be seen in theaters. He insisted. He told Paramount Studios, no, we will wait as long as it takes to have Top Gun Maverick shown in theaters. He was right. This is the type of film to be seen on a big screen or IMAX or whatever you watch it. Good story, good film, fun to watch. No surprise it crossed $1 billion. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's the scene between Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer, who played Iceman in the first one. It's very emotional and heartwarming. I won't spoil it, but they found a way to bring him in the movie in spite of his throat cancer, I believe is what Val had. It almost made me cry, but it's a good scene. It's a fun film. Spoiler, it has a happy ending, as well it should, and they left it open, I do believe, for Top Gun 3. That is not a fact that there will be a Top Gun 3, but I suspect Hollywood will make it because everybody loves a winner. Speaking of sequels, I believe there's a Joker 2 coming. It's called Folie à Deux, Madness for Two. But that's a different story altogether, so yeah. All right, let's move along to some tech news. I'm doing tonight's stream with Ubuntu, and I installed OBS Studio as a Flatpak. Snaps and Flatpaks are snaps and Flatpaks are hit and miss, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Anyway, this works. That's what I'm using tonight. I was able to install the plugin for the waveform sound wave that you're seeing here for those of you who are watching this podcast. And it works beautifully. So if you're interested in trying Ubuntu 22.04, you should. If you're interested in the Flatpak application for OBS Studio, it works. And it didn't take like 56 seconds or so to load, to launch. I'm impressed. Very, very impressed on how this works. Anyway, so OBS Studio, Flatpak, it works. All right, what else do we have here? So, you guys know I love Chromebooks. They have become the de facto default Linux standard for the masses, it would appear. According to this article, Chromebooks have become the Swiss Army knife of computing. Can we please stop acting like Chrome OS is just for kids? Well, it's not. Chromebooks have been around for 11 years. Yeah. The first time I saw a Chromebook, I'll be honest, I did not think much of it. Fast forward a decade later, I love mine. They are maintenance free. Don't have to worry about malware. They're the fastest thing out there. They're based off of Gen 2 Linux, which I'm sure for most Windows users it means nothing, but that's okay. I wish we had the applications in Chromebooks like we have in Linux and in Windows. For example, OBS Studio, Kdenlive. The Chromebooks are certainly capable. They can do everything, including gaming, but the applications still aren't there yet, at least for what I would want to use. But Chromebooks start at about $200 and go up. And if you are a Windows user looking for something else, something simple, affordable, I believe the Chromebooks that are built in 2020 or above will give you up to 8 years support, which isn't bad for a low-cost machine that has been proven completely reliable. So check out Chromebooks if you're interested in a laptop, mainly for browsing, streaming, watching YouTube, and stuff like that. I love mine. All right, it's starting to get dark outside, so I don't know if the storm's going to hit or what. So I hate to get caught in the middle of a storm and everything, and the stream stops. So that's the topics for this short stream. Let me go into the chat and see if anybody by accident stopped by. Joe, hello. He said, hey, look who's here. Joe asked, what was the cost to make the film? It was about 170 plus another, I don't know, 50 to 100 million in marketing. Still a nice return on the money for the money. So, yeah, I had asked my dad if he ever worked on a Tom Cruise film. He says he did on Rain Man and the one I did, Vanilla Sky. I asked my dad, what did you do? He says, all I remember was I played a construction worker. Anyway, my dad, I don't think he actually met Tom Cruise, but he worked on 2 films. Steve is in the house. Hi, Steve. How are you? Yes, Top Gun movie, Top Gun Maverick was a great film. It was great to go to a film, have a good time. My friend and I even flirted with a couple ladies, because we're the Top Guns. Ha ha. It was a good time. Not too far from here is a drive. My friend drove in his Lexus with rich Palomino leather. My friend, the speedometer went past 80. I glanced at it, and I did not feel a thing in the car. It was so quiet. Yeah, I guess my friend had the need for speed. Luckily, there were no state patrols in the danger zone. How do I like the miniseries The Offer? Joe, I have to catch up. I've been watching a new series with Jeff Bridges called The Old Man. It's like a newer version of Burn Notice about an ex-spy. If you haven't already, check it out. It's about a retired spy, Jeff Bridges, who's thrown back into the the spy war because of an old enemy. So he has to use all his skills to protect himself and his daughter. I won't spoil it. Trust me, you'll love it. Check out The Old Man with Jeff Bridges. I believe it's on the FX channel. I've been waiting for a Burn Notice type of show for like 8 years, and finally it's here. But I do have to catch up with The Offer, Joe. Yeah. I asked my dad about it. He is not familiar with it. But I will check it out. Yeah, Paramount Plus is a great deal for just $5 a month. So yeah. A new series called Succession. I am not familiar with that. What is that all about? I just had a tuna fish sandwich. It was delicious. I think it's still stuck in my mouth. Anyway, if anybody new is watching and would like to say hello, please do. Before the storm hits and knocks me out. Steve, you have a very nice. I saw this morning's stream of yours. You got a very nice, simple setup for your streaming, which is how I like it, as you all know. I was going to pick up a new computer this year until I broke my foot. I was able to find an HP desktop Ryzen 5 with 2 drives, 16 gigs of RAM, with Windows pre-installed for just four something. But once I broke my foot, the last thing on my mind was buying a new computer, but I really do need to get one. All of these are fairly outdated. Anyway, yeah, I do remember Starman. That was, boy, 80s. The story was good. The special effects, yeah, but the story wasn't bad. I would have to agree. All right, so the Succession is about a family-owned corporation and the kids along with everyone else trying to get their hands on. Oh, kind of like Dallas, right? And the Ewing family. Yeah. Yeah, Steve. The setup you showed this morning, I thought was simple as I prefer simple. So, Joe, you got the annual subscription for Paramount Plus. Yeah, maybe I should have got it annual. I'm going month to month. I mainly got it for Halo. Then I was going to cancel. But then the new Star Trek show came on. Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which is great. So I'm watching that. Then The Offer. Top Gun 2 will come to Paramount streaming probably in about a month. So yeah, for $5 a month, I don't know how much it costs for the annual one, Joe, but I'm paying $5 a month. I can't complain. So it is a lot like the show Dallas. Okay. Yeah, I might watch The Offer this evening since I'm caught up with Jeff Bridges' TV series, The Old Man. But it's funny, it's fun and fun to watch. It made me laugh in a couple scenes. I won't spoil it, But check out The Old Man, It's Not What You Think, with Jeff Bridges. Actually, a couple days ago, I took my Schwinn out for a ride, and I didn't feel any pain in my foot. So thankfully, I think I'm almost 100% healed. Maybe another month. So yeah. There is a Sylvester Stallone movie coming out on Paramount Plus, a mafioso. Really? Okay. Hey, yo, Adrian, who's this Corleone guy? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, show some respect. Bada boom. Yeah, my son and I watched The Old Man, and he enjoyed it too, so. It's due out in November. Okay. You know, it's funny this weekend yesterday, my friend and I went to see Top Gun 2. We were chatting with a couple ladies. Day before I was at the Kroger supermarket, just buying a few things. It wasn't much, like $12, $13, something like that. I had a lot of ones in my wallet, so I'm counting my ones. I told the cashier, the lady, hang on. I'm counting my ones. And she's like, oh, so what are you going to do with all those ones? And I'm like, okay, I'll flirt. And I said, I'm using these ones to study biology. True story. Anyway, I paid for my stuff and I walked out. I don't want to hold up the line. See, sometimes you never know when the strangest things are going to happen. You know, those of you who are single, you know, guys, be on the alert. There's a lot of women out there who are looking for a few good men, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Joe, Stephanie did release a song recently. I forget what it's called, but no, well, she's got a great voice. Yeah, so yeah, she's been doing mainly more. She has a second channel called the Style Stumbler. Mainly, you know, makeup and women's fashion. I mean, I'm subscribed mainly because she's my friend. But today she released something about sunglasses. So tips on sunglasses. Since we all wear sunglasses, I watched that. But yes, I heard the song. Her voice hasn't changed. I haven't seen her in 3 years since, you know, since before the pandemic, but her voice has not changed. A very, very beautiful, natural talent. I wish I could have done more with her here. You know, I had plans to put her on the main stage downtown during the annual concert festivals. Anyway, it didn't work out, obviously. That's it, Steve. Yeah, it was the song by Kate Bush. I think it's in the TV series Stranger Things. She told me to watch it. I was able to catch the pilot. It's definitely strange. It kind of reminds me of a cross between X-Files and Twilight Zone, but anyway. Everyone is doing that too now? Okay. I've been so disappointed that I have yet to hit the pool this year, which would have been great therapy for my broken foot. But my cousin has been waiting for repair supplies for the pool, and I think they just came in or something. But man, it's been so disappointing with this 90-degree weather we've been having here in Ohio, and no pool. This is it's ironic. This is probably the worst summer since the pandemic started. I had more fun during the pandemic summers because I would go by the pool, private pool, all by myself and just float for a couple hours, you know. Now I can't do it. C'est la vie. Such is life, right? Oh, io ti amo. Sorry, I'm just singing my dad's song. It looks like the clouds are coming in. I'll stick around maybe a little bit longer, guys, but looking out the windows, it looks like the storm might be coming. So if I lose you, you'll know why. We were talking about Top Gun before. I guess Tom has multiple licenses. Pilot license, a helicopter license. He's got a real estate license, I guess, to sell, I don't know, sell those jets. A scuba diving license. So, yeah. Anyway. You know what? Why don't we wrap this up because it is starting to get dark and I'm starting to get worried here. So, Joe and Steve, thank you for stopping by. Great chatting with you as always. We'll do another Linux A-Team or private chat one of these weekends. If we can get everybody on the same schedule, same page. I know it's summertime, so you know it's been kind of hard. I totally get it. So, yeah. All right, for those of you who I missed who watch this or listen to this on the repeat, sorry about that. Be safe out there. It is summer. Have fun. At least it's summer here in the States. I know in Australia it's the opposite weather. Sorry, Vince. All right, God, that's an inside joke. All right, my friends, take care. Catch you on the next one. Ciao.